Hey again, everybody. Welcome. It's John with People's Republic MTG, the best play group in the Atlanta area, aka McNerdy27. That is the YouTube handle. That's where you're watching this. We've got a quick draft of Tarkir Dragonstorm for you today. I'm enjoying doing this in a strange, syncopated, and not entirely in order fashion. Anyway, I'm panicking now. Let's get into the draft. That was a great intro, man. Okay. Yeah. So DC has some like, some uses, but I do not think that we are going to first pick that. Um, I believe, according to the data, that Jeskai Shrinekeeper is the highest performing card here. I don't love the idea of first picking a three-color card. It is a good one, but it's not like Karakik Guardian good. Or Sonic Shrieker good. Yathen Tombguard does not blow away in the data, but it is, I think, a pretty good payoff for the counters deck. That said, like, the counters deck is not very good. It really has to be, like, very, very dense with synergy, I think, in order to be, in order to compete with, like, the red-white decks and some of the five-color green decks. The two commons that are good here are Riverwalk Technique and Mardu Devotee. Um, I do also like Whirlwind Stormbird fine. That might be the pick. I don't know that I want to be base blue. Played a lot of blue yesterday, and I mean, it's good. It's good, but in terms of adding power and toughness to the board as time, as the game progresses, it cannot match up with red and white, or even green for that matter. You gotta have your dispelling exhales right on time, I think. Highest power level, I think we'll go with Jeskai Shrinekeeper. I do not like first picking a three-color card, but here we are. Okay. Some solid options in a Glacial Dragon Hunt, a Bewildering Blizzard. Runescale Stormbrood's pretty good. It's a Tri-land here, a Nomad Outpost. Good blue common and Unending Whisper. Decent common in Dragonstorm Globe, Sultai Devotee. I think I'm okay with Glacial Dragon Hunt. This is a very high-performing card. Okay. So here we have a Shock Brigade. There's also an Aegis Sculptor here. Not a particularly good card. A Sibsig Appraiser. Best common in the set. That's probably what we're going to take. Gonna end up in base blue. I tried to play with this yesterday, and I checked it again in the data today. This is a bad card. This is great fixing in Sultai colors. Focus the Mind is good. I think we're just going to take this Sibsig Appraiser. Overlaps with, both of the cards we've got so far. Looking at this Dispelling Exhale first here. There's a River Wheel Sweep. Really good card. Like, higher individual, like, impact, I think, probably than Dispelling Exhale. But Exhale is what we want. In terms of, like, a cheap play of a single color in a color that we are pretty sure we want to play. Up to this point, at least. Get a Glacial Dragon Hunt number 2. There is a Stormplane Detainment here, which is a good card. Not great. Those are the two best cards in the pack. There's also like an Evolving Wilds and an Embermouth Sentinel, but we can take Glacial Dragon Hunt number 2. This is a good pickup here, Wingblade Disciple. It does look like we're going to be some kind of, maybe like blue-red, splashing white Jeskai deck. With a Wingblade Disciple, we need to be focusing on cheaper plays. This is not a cheaper play, but I do think we should take a Riverwalk Technique here. It's tempting to take one, specifically I think what I would take is Teeming Dragonstorm, if I was going to take a white card here. But I don't want to be three colors. I want to be two colors with a splash if I can. Higher power level here in teaming Dragonstorm, but take Riverwalk Technique. I think we'll take a second Jeskai Shrinekeeper. Crystal Trawlers is cool, but, you know, like, at this point we would be rebuying a counterspell. Not really what you want to do. Card with Harmonize? No. Or a very expensive Riverwalk Technique. I think we will take another Shrinekeeper. So we get the Mardu Devotee back, but I am more interested in this Windscarred Crag in this pack. There's a second Riverwalk Technique, but... So we can take an Unending Whisper or a Bewildering Blizzard here. There is also a Dragonstorm Globe. I'm going to take the Unending Whisper. I like how that stacks with like a Wingblade Disciple. Yeah. I'll Focus the Mind is great. We'll put this Fire Ring form on the sideboard. I don't think we'll play the Ring Strike Master. Okay. That's actually a fairly decent first pack, a fairly decent start. Okay, we have an Inevitable Defeat in the rare slot. This is a very good card, but I don't really want to like take this and try to splash black. We have a Bewildering Blizzard here. Effortless Master does not look good in the data. It looks really quite bad. That said, like, I think our deck is going to have some nice cheap plays that we can sequence with this to make this a pretty big threat. Ice Ridge Serpent is a solid performer in blue. Like, both of these are monocolor blue cards that we could take that perform well. I think that this is a deck that can take advantage of Effortless Master, so I'm going to try this. I think probably like the baseline play is baseline pick is like an Ice Ridge Serpent or a Bewildering Blizzard, but Chalk Brigade, cool. It's an aggressive card. We're not an aggressive deck. We are going to want more 2-drops, though. So Quarry Mountain Stalwart is a great card. So is Iridescent Tiger, though. I think Iridescent Tiger is what we're going to want here. I also, like, I don't really want to deepen the White Splash at this point. And we certainly don't want anything else here. So this is a great uncommon in Sonic Shrieker, but I don't think we're going to take that. There's another Dispelling Exhale. There's a Veteran Ice Climber, which is not as good as I, thought it was. That said, it might be the pick here as a 2-drop for us. Sonic Shrieker's great, but, this is really a double splash, because we are splashing white at this point. Dragonclaw Strike I'm not really looking at. I think it's a powerful card, but we don't have a ton of huge creatures that we could really use with it. Okay, so there's, very strong sorcery here in Mammoth Bellow. We could take that. We could also just take, like, a Teamer Devotee as a 2-drop. I think that's probably what we want to do. Yeah, not having a way to splash yet for Mammoth Bellow, I'm not super interested. We're going to take a great 2-drop here in Sunset Strike Master. Yeah. It's a great pickup for us to get another solid 2-drop there. I am not positive that we're going to want a second one of either of these. I don't think we actually are. The other card we could take is like a Meticulous Artisan. So, for me, this is between Riverwalk Technique and Meticulous Artisan. Both 4-drops. Those are creature to non-creature at the moment. 9 to 6. Okay. I'll take this Meticulous Artisan. I don't see us playing it, probably. Okay. Overwhelming Surge is not a great card, but it's a removal spell. I'll take that. If we can blow up an artifact with it, that's, pretty cute. Fleeting Effigy plays a lot better than we expected it to. I do think I just want the Dispelling Exhale here, though. Great, we get our Ice Ridge Serpent back. We could consider taking the Shock Brigade, but I think the Ice Ridge Serpent is probably... Well, I don't know. Maybe we need the 2-drop. It's a good blocker, too. Okay. Talk myself into it. I don't think the Boulderborn Dragon will make the cut, but I'll put it in the sideboard. Okay. Not getting anything we're going to play here. Alright. Underfoot Underdogs might just make the cut. Got another Fire Rim for them. Alright, so we are still in need of, you know, help on this splash. We do get a blue-red land here. We do get a Roiling Dragonstorm. I think I'm going to take the Dragonstorm. I think we need... we have some card draw in Focus the Mind. But I definitely think that is a solid pickup for us. We got more tough decisions to make here. Spectral Denial, Channel Dragonfire, Windscarred Crag. We might just need the Windscarred Crag the most, I think. With 2 Dispelling Exhales already. Burn, we have the Glacial Dragon Hunts and the Overwhelming Surge. I think we're okay to take a land with that pick. So here we can take a Narset's Rebuke, we can take a Shocking Sharp Shooter. Ice Ridge Serpent. This is definitely more of a Mardu card. I do think it's kind of cute with, like, Wingblade Disciple. 11 to 9. Like, we're at the point where we probably want to cut some non-creature spells. Maybe. I'll put another 2-drop in the deck. I don't know that that's the right pick. This is a great hit right here. Molten Exhale. Alright, we get Veteran Ice Climber versus Runescale Stormbrood. I actually kind of like the Stormbrood here to give us another dragon. Okay. Just Guide Devotee is fine here. I've got better than Teamer Devotee. You know, a couple of good cards here, and another Dispelling Exhale and an Narset's Rebuke. I do not want a 3rd Dispelling Exhale, though. We are also at 24 playables now, so... I think I'm just going to put this Dispelling Exhale on the sideboard. Okay. I'm just going to take an uncommon. Yeah. Love to see a land that'll actually help us out. That's a really solid pickup. This is crazy. Spectral Denial is late. I still don't think we really want it, though. And I don't really think that we're going to play a Teamer Devotee. 14 to 10. Let's make some cuts here. Try to... Okay, we're making 1 cut. I'd prefer it to be a non-creature spell. We're going to take the Spectral Denial and put it in the sideboard. Which is kind of crazy to me, but... Rescue Leopard. I don't think we're going to want that. Okay. Alright. So yeah, we have a cut to make here. And we are trying to get rid of a non-creature spell. Shock Brigade and Shocking Sharpshooter are really out of place here, admittedly. I still think I want them. It's possible that we're just supposed to cut one of these Jeskai Shrine Keepers. It's like one of the best cards in the deck, though. I'm gonna cut one of the Shrine Keepers. It makes our mana easier. Now we have 7 red sources, 8 blue, and 9 blue sources. Okay. That might be the wrong call. I gotta have Effortless Master. This dude is standing one-legged on a sword. Wow. Incredible. Okay. Kind of a weird looking deck, but kind of like it. Let's see if it does the thing. Let's just check the mana real quick. You know, he didn't end up cutting a non-creature spell after all. That's alright. Yeah, a little heavier on blue. Okay. Seems okay. Yeah, I'm already imagining how the sequencing for that is going to be pretty challenging. Ah, man. Does at least the Teamer Devotee at least shuts down this attack right now. But we're gonna have to get rid of this thing. And we do not have a way to do it as of right now. Appa's really puzzling this one out. Okay. I assume this is a combat trick. Could be like Rebellious Strike. Could just be Snakeskin Veil. Could be Sharken's Resolve. Alright, we're gonna block one of the 1/1s with the underdogs and take 2. face, Ice Climber. We'll try to triple block Voice of Victory. I think this thing is just like a mutated, like, Crab Rangoon that came to life. Yeah. It's my expert opinion. Devotee. Okay. Fair report. Okay. Yeah, I think while the getting's good, we're gonna Jeskai Shrine Keeper. This thing is just absolute bane of our existence. Deck that wants to play at instant speed. That said, it's not like we've exactly had, like, mana open on their turn. Just had to tap out to try to defend ourselves. This could be giving them the black mana they need now to cast something. Synchronized charge. Okay. Okay. We take 5. Not great. Living in fear of a piercing exhale. We're just gonna put counters on him again. Okay. Can I get Effortless Master down? I don't think I can. Yeah, I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna Riverwalk Technique, Voice of Victory, and then attempt to nab it with the counterspell side of Runescale Stormbrood. They put it on bottom. Okay. We're just gonna take 4 here, I think. Alright, 4 has been dealt. 4 mana. Yep. You got it. Okay. A surge does let us kill this, which is good. Let's see if we can draw ourselves a land. Beautiful. Alright, so now we get to Overwhelming Surge this. And then Effortless Master is a 6/5. Brilliant. It's going to cost them 4 mana if they want to tap down Effortless Master and then activate this thing. We do have 2 cards in hand, of course. Got a 3/3. Okay. Yeah, so I think we'll lead with Iridescent Tiger. We'll cast Focus the Mind. Put this away or this away? I think we just want to put the island away because we're going to Molten Exhale this. Yeah, I think we can just bin that. Okay. Yeah, it looks like they were an ops on deck of some kind. Of some kind. Some variety. Got removal for the Shrine Keeper. You got it. Okay. Let us appraise. Sure. Okay. We have 4 mana left. Glacial Dragon Hunt doing anything. I'm just gonna attack with the Ice Climber. Or Airshun Sun Shield will just tap it down. Sure. They have 3 Sarkhan's Resolves? Sheesh. Okay. Cast the dragon half of this. And play our Windscar Crab. So we should be able to kill him next turn, through a variety of fashions. But let's see if they got anything left to prevent that from happening. Okay. Okay. Sure. All right. Pretty good there. Able to overcome that voice of victory. Definitely presented its problems in the early game. Jeskai Shrinekeeper was what really pulled us back in it. Life gain and the cards mattered a lot. Alright. Yeah, this hand looks okay. Yeah, let's play Windblade Disciple, I think. Next turn we can probably Unending Whisper and Dragon Hunt. Make a bird. This was not something to counter. Just pull back out of the graveyard. Okay, we have a 3-2. Okay. I did not realize that that was going to tap us out of blue. Oh, man. Okay. So now we will Dragon Hunt. Let's discard Teamer Devotee. It takes us off double spelling, but we're going to get to double spell next turn, and it's going to be pretty good. Off Iridescent Tiger into Shrinekeeper. 5 colors now. Down it goes. Relieved to not see any counter magic up. We're in Karakuk Guardian territory. We got a Corsi Revenant. It's just about as bad. May I do this? Just gonna respond with that. Yeah, let's counter that. Okay, click the right thing. Yeah. More lands. Three mana up, they can return Obzon Devotee. We do not know what that last card is, of course. Return Obzon Devotee. Okay. Let's lead on Sipsig Appraiser. Sure. Croc. I can put like a lifelink counter on that. It's pretty problematic. We can counter this, I guess. Do we care to do that? This is 2 in a black. Yeah, that's fine. It does all three, you say? Alright, they gain 5 life. They're back up to 13. And get a 2-2. It's a big dragon. Me too, cat. Me too. I could have sworn Corsi Revenant gave you a choice of one of those counters instead of, like, just all of them. I was wrong. I was incorrect. This is great. This can kill that. I love that. Okay, so they are probably going to use this, put a counter on the Armament Dragon, and then we are just going to be chipping in with the Veteran Ice Climber from there. Get a Durg or Island Dragon. I okay, so they are gonna let us blow up that 6/6, or excuse me, 5/6. They're gonna put the counter there. Okay. Fair. Dragonstorm. I think they're on 15 lands now. Okay. That is gonna do it. Dragon Hunt. Sure. One point of life is probably going to be pretty meaningful. It's good that we hit that. Okay, I think we got him. Just let the dragons through. Yep. That'll do it. Alright, withstood that onslaught. Luckily enough. Glacial Dragon Hunt looking great. Just 2 mana draw a card. Wow. Incredible. It's just hocking a loogie. Hocking a loogie. Yeah. Not a great hand, but, can Windscarred Crag into Island into hopefully Dispelling Exhale something. Okay. So they might have their own Dispelling Exhale here. Sure. Puts a Renew card in their graveyard, but I'm okay with that. Biggin. The big boy. Yeah, this ain't great. I think Focus the Mind is more useful at this point. Reputable merchant. A 6/6 with trample. We were fine countering that spell. We were just perfectly happy to do that. And the threat grows ever larger. Dead to a Sarkhan's Resolve, I believe. Rebellious Strike. I don't think we can really do anything here. I mean, you know, like, we can cast, you know, the 2/3 drops in Unending Whisper, and it just doesn't matter. I mean, we can cast 3 spells, it just doesn't matter. Like, this deals 2 to them, but, like, we're not getting through with any actual damage. And I have no idea how we blocked 2 on the way back. Yeah, we'll just concede there. Alright. In this break, I'm gonna take a quick bio break, and I will be right back. And we'll see you guys momentarily. This will take no time whatsoever in your timeline. Which is also my timeline, unless, you know. Alright, I'm gonna see in just a second. Told you that it wouldn't take any time. God. Fine. Not smooth at all. Like the opposite of smooth. Very rough and uneven. Poorly executed. And that is a pretty tilting username right there. Alright, we're good with this. I am so sick of this pet. I'm so sick of this. Will you guys all, like, please disable this? Alright, so they're leaving up a Dispelling Exhale here. I, too, am here for the Kumite. I'm gonna hold on that Unending Whisper. Hope to chain Ice Climber and Whisper. Play this cycle. Okay, so what I think we want to do is Dragon Hunt. Discard Exhale. Kill this. Play Unending Whisper. You're supposed to play land and then play Veteran Ice Climber, but now we can Iridescent Tiger and cast 2 spells after that next turn. Okay. These do have prowess, yeah. Okay. Sure. And we're gonna tap that. Okay. No thanks. Deal them 8. Or, can we double spell using, Sunset Strike Master? I don't think so. This is 6, this is 6. I don't think so. I think we would, in order to double spell, I think we have to, tap out entirely. I don't know if this is right. Maybe we're just supposed to attack them right back. Feels kind of bad, but we're not going to exhale this turn, so we get to deal 6. Rushmaster's pretty scary. Yeah, I think I could have saved that, huh? Three, 5 double striker. It's 12. But we've got 8 on the ground. It was a close game. I don't think we played optimally. That, like, I was looking to trigger Flurry on the Jeskai Devotee a little bit too aggressively, and like that just wasn't necessary. But I think I wanted to try to get the game over as fast as possible. Knowing that they had mulliganed, you know, you want to try to punish the opponent there, and take advantage of the fact that they're down a card. Yeah. Okay, we should mulligan this. This is better. I think we're gonna bottom. Mountain. I like to see that didn't get exhaled. Okay, let's set that. I think the overwhelming surge. Next turn we get to play Iridescent Tiger. Maybe into just one other spell. Dragon. Okay. Big ol' 5/5. I don't think we're that afraid of that. I think we're just gonna play this into this. Sharpshooter. And here I was talking about how, oh, I don't know if this belongs in the deck. This is bad. This is bad. Do not just like jam all attack like some lunatic. Jesus. Alright, we're still in a decent spot. Despite just sending our tiger into its death. Man, those things are an endangered species. You know, just like feeding them to mammoths. Which, like, probably isn't even good for the mammoth, right? I can't imagine that, like, mammoths were carnivores, because, like, elephants aren't, right? I think we can say with, like, a decent amount of certainty that mammoths were not carnivores, in fact, so. Besides, who eats tiger? No one eats tiger. No, eating a cat? A terrible idea. The tiger's gonna eat you. Sure. I think we want to play Shock Brigade first. Opponent on a mode 5. Botanist can, you know, get them out of a bad situation. And we do not have good blocks on it. This is an interesting card. It lets you, yeah, so what they've done is they've kept, like, a non-land on the top, is what just happened there. Which is completely okay by the rules of this card, which is, like, kind of hard to wrap one's brain around. The way that normally works just doesn't... Like, that's not like Explorer. Okay, they hit a swamp. I'm not sure if you're just supposed to play, like, Effortless Master there to have a blocker for Traveling Botanist. I mean, we do have a blocker now, but we can't kill it. Dragonstorm. Okay. We can get you out of the mana problem pretty fast. I'm glad to see the Armament Dragon in the graveyard, though. Alright, we will be denied for a turn here on our big splashy play. Which isn't even going to be all that splashy, but... They've got just as many cards in hand as us, is one thing to point out here. Sure. So if we play Iridescent Tiger, if we draw land and play Iridescent Tiger next turn, shit, 3/4 Botanist. Yeah, you got it. 3/4 sorry. Draw land, play Tiger. We still only have 6 mana. Okay. Yeah, take 3. I think we're going to play the Master here. Yeah. Just doing him a favor. No, I'm not champion of Doosan. Pretty good. Thankfully, Effortless Master still blocks the Botanist. Okay, I'm gonna pass to their turn here. We can do both of these, either of these things on their turn. Wayfarer, sure. Good plains. Sage of the Skies. Yeah, that's not a non-creature spell, so we're gonna get 2/2/3s with lifelink on the battlefield. Must be nice. Alright, so I think we're just gonna have to Riverwalk technique that, yeah. With this gaining them 2 life a turn, that's, we're gonna need to draw some kind of a dragon to block it. Champion Desun. Okay, Molten Exhale still hits it. Okay, we do get the Unending Whisper into Focus the Mind to draw some cards. Not great. This is a bad play. I was not supposed to attack with a Shock Brigade, because, like, now they just block with this and they gain 3 life. Yeah. Not particularly well executed. This does not get that, huh? We do not have... We have power 2 or less? Power 2 or less. Got Avenger of the Fallen and Reputable Merchant. Okay. I do not think we are coming back from this one. Sure. And kill the Ice Climber, the one thing making any progress here. Nope, that's not gonna do it. That's not counter 9 creature spell. I could just put on the flyer. Yeah. Realistically, sort of like anything we can do here, I really don't think so. Like, this is still gonna get them more stuff. Alright. Pack it up. Yeah, I think what it kind of comes down to with this Age of the Skies is that, like, not only did we need that Riverwalk technique to get rid of the token, we also needed to draw, essentially right away, the Exhale to kill it. And didn't happen. It got out of Exhale range, and we got out of living range. I don't know about this. Like, it's functional, but I don't know how functional. Like, these two, like, we are just not casting. Can't mulligan that. Alright. I think we should keep the Sipsig Appraiser. Should we put Jeskai Shrinekeeper back? Should we just put a land back? Okay. Tells me we've got time to get down the Sharpshooter first. Need to draw the third land for this. Globe. Did not draw the third land for that. Yeah, this is what we want. It's a mana dork. Alright, so we put a Bloodfell Caves and a Winter Night Stories in the yard. But if we can hit a land here and get Jeskai Shrinekeeper into play, yeah. Next turn, that's what we want to try to do. Blue. Hope this resolves. Yeah. I guess we were supposed to, like... Now we can... like, float this. With 6 mana, they have to have something. Maybe a card draw spell like Focus the Mind here. Stormbird. Okay. It's a huge dragon that we cannot do really anything about. Thought we were actually going to be able to attack him back. Preemptively trying to target them with that. Like, while I can hit Sultai Devotee and one of their globes here. It's not anything to write home about, but... Skips it flash. Wow. Oof. I suppose I cannot cast this. Yeah. Alright. Take 10. Oh, I have to chump next turn. Great. Great. Yeah, I guess sorcery's instant. Or flash, doesn't it? Alright, well. we are on the jump block plan here. Maybe they can just remove the sharpshooter. Sure. Alright, we're gonna cast this. I'm gonna go up here. I'm gonna concede. Well, kind of not so great those last two games, but I think the deck was actually pretty cool. It had its weaknesses, but when it got to do the thing, it was really pretty sweet. So I'm pretty pleased with that one. Sweet, sweet Jimmy's claim. Alright, thanks guys for watching. Again, I'm John with People's Republic MTG, the best play group in the Atlanta area. Find me on Twitter at McNerdy27 if you're local, and help you get hooked up with the group. McNerdy27 is also the handle on the YouTube channel. That's where you're watching this, so you probably already knew that. That means you probably already know that in the video description there are links to funds and charities that you can donate to in order to support my channel. I would strongly encourage you to give to one of those worthwhile causes. Much better spent than any money donated to me. Yeah, you can be sure that the money goes to something that's important. Alright, anyway, like, share, subscribe. Did you do all three yet? I'll wait. Alright, I'll see you guys.